What's up, YouTube? Wanted to break down the Cotto Canelo fight, give you my prediction, and talk about some of the stories that surround this fight. The fight's this Saturday in Vegas, and I think pretty much the same way like I thought 3 months ago. I'm going to stick by that. I believe Canelo's going to win 9th round TKO and basically make Cotto quit. I could see a knockout, or I could see it going the distance too. What I think both fighters want as far as an outcome for this fight is for it to be a really good back and forth affair where they can sell the public on a rematch. Now, we saw the WBC just stripped Cotto last night, well, yesterday afternoon. No surprise, they stripped him because he refused to sign the contract that mandated that he would fight Triple G and would have to come to terms with that fight 15 days after this fight. And Cotto refused. So they stripped him. Good move by the WBC. Shame on Cotto. It's just more mud thrown over this fight because we already, in the lead up to it, we already had Cotto saying that, you can't force me to fight anybody. I am where I am today, and I've earned that right, and all this. I'm like, whatever you believe, dude. But and then Canelo recently, a couple weeks ago, said, look, I'll fight Triple G, but it's got to be at 155. Now, I find that hilarious, and let me tell you why. All right. Your fanboys of Canelo, and I like Canelo, and I like Cotto too, but your fanboys Canelo say that he's the A-side, and he should be calling the shots, and that's what happens when you're A-side. And in order to earn that right, you got to beat the A-side. Well, I think it's a little different here. I see Triple G having 2 belts. He's the mandatory for the WBC, and he's the man in the divisional, basically. He's the guy to beat. He's the boogeyman too, and Canelo wants no part of him. So that was kind of a cop-out. 155, that's bullshit. The weight division, as we know, is 155 to 160. I can see Canelo, if he wins, like I think he will, dropping that belt, or making up some excuse that negotiations were going south and all this garbage. Triple G just wants the belt, just as bad as he wants Andy Lee's belt, and it's going to happen. Best case scenario, Canelo rises up to the occasion and he takes the fight. I think for Cotto, this will probably be his last fight, and he's going to retire unless somehow they can convince the public to pay to see them both fight each other again. I think that's likely, and I think that gives Canelo an out, saying, well, there's more money on the table versus Cotto, and I got to take care of my family, and I got to do what's right for my career and all this garbage. But what's right for his career is to have the best people on his resume and to win belts. And here's the thing that really pisses me off about the whole 155 thing, okay? On both sides, Cotto and Canelo. But as far as Canelo's concerned, look, he mandates these 155 catch weights, and then he puts on 20 pounds on average and comes in at 175. So the fanboys, you lose your argument. Your argument's got holes in it. It's absolute bullshit that Canelo's smaller than Triple G, or Triple G's too big. If you really want to know, Canelo's bigger than Triple G. So I'm kind of tired of hearing that. It comes from novice fans, casuals that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They just want to throw in their 2 cents. I mean, whatever, but and that's fine. But don't, follow it up with like, you don't know boxing if you don't agree with me, and that's bullshit. I'm not watching this fight like I announced on a previous video. I'm probably gonna just, I don't know, if I'm up, I might follow it on Twitter. I'm not gonna stream it. I'll watch it the following week. But the thing, not really the result of this fight, but the thing that I think is must-see TV is the post-fight interview. And what I mean by that is, and I can pretty much, I think I know what's going to come out of either of their mouth, depending on who wins. But, you know, Kellerman's going to ask him, hey, great performance, great win. But there's a guy out there, a boogeyman by the name of Gennady Triple G Golovkin. Are you going to take that fight? And I can see both parties saying, well, I'm going to enjoy this win, take some time off, get with my team, and see what happens. No definitive, yes, I want Gennady. I want that fight more than anything, or I'm ready for a Triple G. Let's get the fight done. You know, what we like to hear from people that want to push themselves, you know. I hope I'm wrong. I feel like I'm 90%, 95% right. But I hope I'm wrong, and I hope they do, one of them do say, yeah, Triple G's next. Get ready, everybody. Fireworks, you know, 5 months from now, or whatever, you know, Cinco de Mayo, or whatever they want to say. But that's not going to happen, unfortunately. It is what it is, but I don't see any significance in this fight. You just got two countries that make good sport. You know, you got Puerto Rico versus Mexico, and that's got its place in boxing history, and it's very important. But really, I don't see no significance in the fight if neither fighter wants to take on the beast in their division. Now, the thing I said earlier about Cotto pisses me off. Well, Cotto's like, do I look like a middleweight? Do you think I'm a middleweight? I remember last time Kellerman interviewed him, and that's what he said. Well, dude, you're holding the WBC 160 middleweight champion. You've defended the WBC 160 middleweight champion. You beat Sergio Martinez, who had two bum knees and a messed up shoulder. Yes, I consider you a middleweight. So, if you don't want us to see you as a middleweight, get the fuck out of the division. He hasn't done that, and he kind of shit on himself, you know, and his legacy a little bit. He's got a great career. They both got great careers. Cotto's more established. I never saw him duck anybody except for Paul Williams. But who didn't duck Paul Williams except for Sergio? I kind of wish Sergio was still around. I wish his career was now instead of prior. He was a hell of a fighter, and I still think Triple G beats him, but you can't plan for Sergio Martinez. You know, he had a different skill set, and he could really throw somebody's game plan off. But I think Triple G is better than that, and would still get the victory via knockout. But Sergio Martinez, he's the only one that took on Paul Williams, you know, that wasn't hiding or making excuses, unless they were paid a lot of money. And then he knocked out Paul Williams, second round? It was a very scary knockout. Eyes was open and everything. I thought he was freaking dead, to be honest. Initially, I was like, what the I was fuck, you know. But we have to deal with what we have in the present, and hey, Canelo's part of the future. And so what if you lose Canelo to Triple G? It's just like Ronda Rousey. She took a loss. You know, that didn't hurt her. That's just going to build her stock up more because, one, she's already a fan favorite, and two, everybody loves a comeback story, you know, to validate what they think about you. So her stock's gone up, and I think she'll come back better, wiser, and keep doing her thing. Well, it's the same. Canelo's got to have the same mindset, you know. I've got this long career in front of me. I've got a padded record that's pretty big already for his age, and he could really, you know, cement himself in boxing history and lore if he gets a lot of big names on his record. And if it comes with a couple losses, it comes with a couple losses, but he'll have all the admiration and respect of boxing fans. So I don't know what his team's telling him. I would expect more from Oscar De La Hoya, because Oscar De La Hoya has been there. He didn't shy away from anybody. He wanted to fight the best. So I would think that would come out of his mouth and when he has those one-on-one conversations with Canelo, and hopefully Canelo takes a fight with Triple G. Tell me what you think. I got Canelo 9th round TKO. Cotto gets stopped and announces his retirement. Thanks for watching. Take care.